A bright pink powder is flooding Hollywood's party scene. It's been linked to a pop star's death, an NFL star's scandal, and explosive allegations against one of the biggest names in music. They call it pink coke. But what's really inside the could be far more dangerous. So what exactly is this pink coke? Despite the name, it's not actually coke at all. The powder is actually a cocktail that includes caffeine and sometimes even a hallucinogen called. The mix changes from batch to batch, which makes everything unpredictable. Dealers dye it bright pink to make it stand out at parties, a flashy branding trick that makes it look harmless, almost like candy. But the risks are anything but sweet, because no two samples are the same. Users can experience everything from hallucinations and paranoia to even seizures, and in some cases, even death. One of the biggest names tied to pink was former One Direction star Liam Payne. In October 2024, Payne fell to his death from a hotel balcony in Buenos Aires. Early reports sent shockwaves through the media. Headlines around the world connected his death to the that was already rumored to be sweeping through celebrity circles.
New information on the death of One Direction singer Liam Payne. TMZ says that Payne was trying to escape from his hotel when he fell to his death, and the hotel knew he was threatening to use the balcony as the means to escape, but left him by himself. You'll of course remember, back when Payne's death happened, it was reported that he had pink in his system.
The investigation later determined that Payne had likely lost consciousness before the fall, pointing to a tragic accident and not. Still, the association between his death and pink coke was enough to cement the drug in the public's imagination as Hollywood's dangerous new obsession. After Liam Payne's death, another celebrity came forward with a chilling perspective. Former NBA star Lamar Odom admitted in a TMZ interview that he personally tried pink, and the experience was terrifying. Odom described hearing voices, becoming paranoid, and feeling like he was driven up the wall. He even suggested that Liam Payne may have been going through something similar on the day of his death, hinting that the drug's psychosis-like side effects could have played a role in his erratic behavior. The drug's reach in celebrity culture became even clearer when it was tied to one of hip-hop's most powerful figures. And I'm talking Sean Diddy Combs. You see, former basketball player Brendan Paul was arrested in 2023 for being Diddy's alleged mule. According to testimony, Paul said that he bought for Combs between 5 and 10 times, spending up to $500 per run on substances like and marijuana. But the most striking revelation came when Paul testified that Diddy once asked him to try Tusi, also known as pink coke. This was to test its quality, and Paul said that he did it to prove his loyalty. He told prosecutors that he thought the was good, and afterward, the group continued their night as if nothing unusual had happened. Well, now I have another question. Where did pink coke come from? Well, pink coke or Tusi came from the same place that the OG coke came from, and I'm talking Medellin. In the early 2010s, Medellin's nightlife scene started experimenting with a flashy new that wasn't really coke at all. Instead, traffickers and underground chemists were mixing a synthetic psychedelic first invented in the 1970s with fillers like caffeine or even, unlike traditional coke, which was often sold in bulk and hidden, Tusi was marketed like a VIP experience, offered to wealthy tourists and elite partygoers in Colombia's biggest cities. From Medellin and Bogota, the pink powder spread into Spain's club scene, especially in hotspots like Ibiza, before making its way across Europe and eventually into the US party circuit, where it's now showing up in places like Miami, New York, and Los Angeles. By the mid-2010s, Tusi had transcended from just nightlife into music lyrics, becoming a symbol of glamour and exclusivity. One clear example is Mexican star Peso Pluma, who references the drug in his song called Rosa Pastel. In the lyrics, he raps, which is translated roughly as, "There goes an ounce of pink powder, so they'll know I've gone wild." Another notable reference comes from Marshmello's Spanish language track, Tusi, a collaboration with Lil Cake and Beret. In the chorus, the artist name checks both Tusi and placing the front and center in a party anthem context, saying, which roughly translates to, "Today there is a party, Tusi, the party is forming." And these are just two examples of how Tootsie became woven into the soundtrack of nightlife culture, lyrically reinforcing its allure while also normalizing the drug's dangerous unpredictability. As the wave of excitement around Pink hit Hollywood, even sports stars weren't immune. A video exploded across social media, showing New England Patriots wide receiver Stefon Diggs on a yacht in Miami, and he was literally handing a small bag with a pink crystalline substance to a group of women. Speculation immediately followed that it was Tootsie, fueling outrage and curiosity alike. Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel addressed the incident with caution, stating that the team was aware of the video and emphasizing the importance of making good decisions on and off the field. But ultimately, all discussions with Diggs were internal. Diggs himself chose to stay silent about everything, preferring that the matter be handled internally. He later returned to team activities without apparent discipline or further comment. But the story of Pink isn't just about scandals. Health officials and law enforcement have been sounding the alarm for years. In Colombia, doctors call Tootsie a Russian roulette. This is because no two doses are the same. One person might feel euphoric, while the other collapses from a heart attack after just a few lines. Spain's national police have also cracked down on the trafficking in Ibiza, seizing kilos of pink powder disguised as candy. And here in the US, the DEA has flagged it as part of a growing wave of synthetic party drugs, ones that are cheap to make, deadly in small amounts, and increasingly tied to celebrity culture. What started as a flashy gimmick in Medellin has now gone global, turning up in music lyrics, yacht parties, and even the headlines of some of the biggest stars. Behind the glitter and glamour, pink coke is a reminder of a darker truth. Every line is a gamble, and in Hollywood's high-stakes party scene, not everyone makes it out alive. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Because we're a small channel, we're about to hit 400 subscribers, and we're really grinding hard to hit 1K. Right now is your time to lock in early. But yeah, in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.